everyone. Chill Girl Chrissy here, Alderman in Ward 6. And we're here to fuel your mind, body, and soul with goodness. Open up, be real, be raw, overcome, let go, and simply live a joyous and healthy life together. And my segment with my great friend Dick Hatin is about music heals. And Dick and I have been friends for how long have we been friends?
Well, before we were friends, you were just a little girl playing soccer.
That is true.
We've been friends since probably the late 80s, early 90s.
Mhm.
Yeah, followed your career with great admiration because you were raised well and you have excelled in everything you do.
Oh my God, you are so sweet.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dick. And it's like wild when you're a kid and then you're an adult and you see people in different light and you've always
Yes.
like loved and respected people, but then there's like next level, like, whoa, these people are unbelievable. You and your amazing wife, Anne. And we've had a show before
Yes.
on longevity of marriage slash giving back to your community because you are a giver and you
Yeah.
don't stop giving and volunteering and being a part of the community is embedded in your roots. And if you don't know Dick, you got to know him, and you can see him at the Palace Theater, and that's what we're here to raise awareness for
Right.
is this amazing concert
Yeah.
with not Celine Dion,
No,
but
but her uh, she is her talent is at that level. But what
off the charts.
this young lady has done, she has stepped up and helped fulfill some of the obligations Celine could no longer do
Which is
because
so
of her
heartbreaking.
tragic illness. And the fans who respect Celine's music and talent so much have become quite enamored of this young lady, and they follow her all around the country. They want to see her, and the best part of her story, and hopefully at some point there's a way to get her on this show. But
Yes,
the best
we'll
part of
definitely
her
get her on.
story is this show is to raise awareness about prostate cancer, and the part that blows me away is that her family has been dealing with cancer for years and years, and her father had prostate cancer, and I believe he is no longer with her, and her mother's battled cancer, and she herself has. And this lady has got an immense talent, but she's got an immense heart. She loves to do things that can help make a difference in the community, and in this case, the community of those who are struggling with cancers.
Yeah.
And that's why we love her show. We love her as a person. We want her back because she is the biggest momentum factor to propel the story of anyone who's has cancer history in their family, is that how important it is to be checked and make sure that that family history is known by your physicians, because it is the key step in making sure that there's early detection and early recognition and early treatment, which can save lives and improve the quality of lives. As we know with your late father, that was the key to him having 17 more years. And I've never met a man who's lived his life as full as your dad. You would not know he ever was involved with something like cancer, but he decided that cancer wasn't going to impede any part of his life. He lived it with a tremendous energy, and he recruited my wife and I to join in this cause, and we promised we would be with this cause as long as we could physically do so. We have not quit. It's been almost 16 years that we've been, or 17 years we've been doing this.
So remarkable.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
remarkable. And yeah, you never quit and you kept showing up and you've next leveled NHPCC. And we have an amazing group of doers, movers and shakers.
Yep.
His wife Ann Hatton and Peter McGee and Harvey. Oh
Kathy
my God.
Botcherber,
Yes,
and, and
Kathy.
many others.
Many others.
We also have the sadness this year that we've lost 2 board members to prostate cancer. We've got great energy and great volunteers by those who are in some way touched by this disease, but the struggle goes on. We need to keep doing the work and the messaging, but we also we need to be able to replace people. We need to bring in younger, fresh blood who are passionate about the issue of cancer detection, cancer prevention, cancer treatment. And it's a cause that doesn't require a lot of time on anybody's part, but it requires a commitment of support and providing some of your own unique talents or energies to the cause.
And for me, I'm like, I'm on the board, but I'm not able to show up to every meeting, but I do my best to show up as much as I can.
Yeah.
But it is also about spreading the message and showing up to these amazing events. And it's Janine, right?
Yes,
That's how you
Janine
pronounce it.
Caramiola. You can go on YouTube and do a search for Janine Caramiola, and that's spelled JeneCaramielo, and you will see clips of her singing. She has a website. She's got Facebook. She's got an Instagram. She is a immensely gifted entertainer. In fact, if people haven't seen her before, when they finally hear her start to sing and share her blessed gift, everybody's just blown away by that because she's got the kind of talent that holds an audience in the palm of her hand. She's got the kind of talent that can fill the Palace Theater with such quality music, and she doesn't even need a microphone. Her voice is so powerful. And you don't see people like that very often in life. I look at some folks who are so talented like that. It's like once in a generation you stumble across somebody, you just step back and say, wow, everything happened right here with this one person. They were given all these gifts, and the beautiful part of it is she shares her talent. She's humble about her talent.
So humble, so kind.
And if you bumped into her on the street, you would know that she's entertained millions of people all across America and beyond. She's performed at the White House. She's performed at the Kennedy Center, the Lincoln Center, and a lot of other really important entertainment venues. And she treats every show the same. The audience is going to get the best that she can give.
And I know we can't mention prices or anything like that, but if you go to palacetheater.org, check out affordable, amazing show. She is off the charts. It is. I'm looking forward to seeing her again this year, and having her on the Chillin Heal show. So you'll come back.
I will.
We just got to figure out which Thursday.
Yeah, get in touch with the Palace Theater. Make sure when you type in a search for the Palace Theater, it's PALACETHEATRE.org. Because if you just put in the words Palace Theater, you're going to get some sites that are ticket resellers.
And they
you don't want that.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen that happen to a few people.
When we volunteer at the Palace Theater, it is a very awkward encounter when customers come up with tickets they've paid 2, 3, 4 times the face value for a show when that wasn't needed. So you can use the web link I gave you, or you can call the theater, which is the best. I like that because I get to talk to them and figure out what seats are really good for me. 603-668-5588 for the Palace Theater box office.
It's going to be off the charts once again.
Yep.
So October 9th, 7:30, get your tickets ASAP.
Yes.
And so for me, when was the first concert happened? I think it was 10 years ago that you, so my dad.
It was either 10 or 11 years ago. your dad was a booster on the board of directors. Anytime I came up with a suggestion or an idea, he was all for it.
He's like, let's
because
go.
he knows we need to follow through and finish things. When you can't just be suggesting things, but you don't want to roll up your sleeves and get involved. And he knows my wife and I are not that way, so it's just the way we are genetically, I guess. So we pitched the idea that we had very close friends on a cruise ship who are entertainers, and we told them about our being involved with a prostate cancer group, and they said, "Wow, off season we would love to be able to do a show for you all." So I talked with them, found some dates. I went to the Palace Theater, and I got to tell you, I got a very good reception from the Palace Theater. Peter Ramsey is just an absolute a lifeline for this effort that we've been engaged in, and he said, absolutely, we're going to make this happen for you. So he worked with us, and he and his staff and the entertainers, we put together a show. And for me, I was really amazed. Here was Jeff Canner sitting in the back of the theater, and we recognized him from the stage.
Yeah.
But during the show, he got out of his seat and he was standing and dancing.
Yeah.
And here's a guy who was dealing with cancer, and his mind wasn't on the cancer. His mind was having a good time.
Yeah.
And that was so Jeff. It was almost the perfect moment, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And I knew our work, our culmination of bringing that show there to raise awareness and raise some money for cancer research had touched something special for him. Yeah. And he appreciated it, and he was going to be there, and he was begging people sitting with him, stand up, dance, get involved. And that's who he is, and you're a dear daughter of his, and that's in your nature too. You don't want to be sitting on the sidelines. You want to get involved. And your dad is who made that first show so special. We had to come back again and again and again. We have not given up. We know it's a tool that can inspire. We know it's a tool that gives us a chance to talk to people and not have the distraction of life. Yeah. And we have that moment where we might have a chance to plant a seed about taking care of yourself and your loved ones, and make sure that this information is shared with people. And we haven't given up the cause. We're still on that journey.
Well, it is. I know that my dad was just so grateful when you guys took over NHPCC, brought it to the next level. It feels like it was just yesterday when I saw him dancing in the aisle. And this was at the very, very end. He was like, I'm going to live my life to the fullest. And he did. I mean, He died July 29th, 2015. And when was the exact, was it like April or May was that concert?
No, it was we've always scheduled it in the fall, so it would be somewhere in October of 2014.
Okay, so 2014, and then, and he continued on.
Yep.
We skied through March of 2015. But he was he was at the end, but you would never know it.
Yep.
Because he's like, I'm never giving up. Never give up.
And if you really want to learn from a personal level what it's like to deal with prostate cancer, on the website for the New Hampshire Prostate Cancer Coalition, there's a video link of an interview that was done with Jeff. And we asked him some very personal questions about what are some of the things he has to deal with. And he was extremely honest, but it's not a sad interview. What it is, it's an uplifting interview. Here's somebody who took on the cancer straight on and said, this is how my life's going to work with this, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is why I'm sharing this message with all of you. He was honest, he was enthusiastic, he was positive, He was confident, and by gosh, if anybody hears that C word for the first time, you need to talk to somebody like that. So that's why we interviewed him and memorialized that message, because that message is an expression of his life and his battle and his love for all of us, because he made the effort to share that story with us. And not everybody will do that, but Jeff did. That's the kind of man he was.
And you know, when after he passed away, and I had people coming to the wake, I had met so many. There was like a handful of men that said, "You know what? With your dad talking about this, I went and got checked.
Yep.
And I am cancer free now." Like they didn't even know.
Yep.
So sharing your story and inspiring others to take charge of their lives, you
Yes.
know, what from eating healthy to exercise, movement, and music really does heal.
Sure
You
does.
know, it really does.
Yeah.
Positive attitude, you know, mindset. It really, you, I know he's not here now, but he lived his best life as best as he could with his positive attitude.
Yeah.
And my stepmom, you know, would pump him with every natural good food possible. And his oncologist said, "Hey, listen to your wife,
Yes.
because you know whatever she's doing a great job."
Yep.
And they would have been married. I think it would. Yesterday was the 27th, August 27th. Sorry, I'm gonna get choked up. Like 38 years of marriage. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what music.
beautiful love. And then Dick, I have to say, with you and your beautiful bride still.
Yes.
How many years?
We've been married 54 years, and we dated for 5 before that. And I can say with absolute confidence that our experience on a very first date, I told her and a couple of other friends, we were traveling to a high school dance, and I stopped everybody and I said, "I have an announcement. My announcement is I'm going to marry her." This was our first date. And she was speechless. So I've proven to be right, and it's the only time I've been right, but I will not forget it, because that's my only claim to fame.
Well, you guys.
But I'll tell you,
so special.
that's where music comes in.
Yes.
Music is those. It's a kind of web that connects a lot of segments of our life, and I can tell you that the way music has touched me, and that's why I've gravitated towards this. And Jeff was absolutely enthusiastic about it. My father was an amateur musician, but he played at a professional level, talent-wise. And in World War II, he ended up spending a great deal of his time when he was in the Pacific Theater with other entertainers that were pulled out of the ranks of the soldiers who had signed up for the war. They put together a band, and they were tasked with raising morale, entertaining fellow troops. And he told me time and again how important that message was and that effort was, because they're far away from home. In some cases, they're not going to come back. Nobody knows who or when or how. But for a moment, they can listen to some music that reminds them of home, or reminds them of some special moment with someone special in their life. And I've retained that respect for what music can do for people. I've seen some incredibly powerful healing moments. Part of the reason we picked the first couple who played at the Palace Theater for us, I was at a show that they were doing on board a cruise ship, and there was a lady who was sitting in a wheelchair on a balcony overlooking the show, and her husband was with her, and she was not able to have the mobility to walk or do most anything, except her arms were at least still able to move about. And at a certain point, they announced they were going to play a song. She gestured to her husband, and he leaned over, and she whispered in his ear. He bent down and picked her up beneath her arms and stood her in front of the wheelchair and rocked her back and forth. So it was their form of dancing. While that song was playing, my wife and I were crying because we were right next to him, and it just was so moving for us to see that level of love that was ignited again. The flame was ignited again for that couple because of a song being sung by two people down below who had no idea they were having that effect upon this couple. And I thought, you know what? If music is that powerful, then it's like free medicine. Find a way to put it in your life, and it'll help brighten the day, and it will help drive away the gloom. I mean, we all know. We all have songs that the minute you hear it on the radio, you know the words. You remember the dance you were at or the concert you were at and the people that were with you. And that moment was something very special to you. And it's triggered again and again every time that song comes up. So why not use it and use it in a way that can lift more people's spirits and help heal their heart, even if that healing moment lasts for 3.5 minutes. It's better than not having experienced it. So get out there, folks, and find a record. Dust off those record albums. Put them back on the turntable. For those of you out there who don't know what a turntable is, I'm sure you can Google it.
That's right. That's right. Oh, my gosh. The joy, the healing of music, the fact that it is, I love how you just shared that it's free medicine.
It is.
Music is free medicine.
You can't resist it.
Yeah, you move, and movement is healing, and it feels good, and dancing. So definitely, get your tickets. You will not be disappointed. Off the charts. I am so excited.
Yep. And if you go to the show, you'll recognize me. I'll be wearing another black hat, so you can come over and shake my hand and let me know you saw us on this show talking about all this. That would be a real stamp of approval for the work that we do if we could hear that kind of feedback from you at the show. So I want to see you there.
Yeah, you got to show up and have some fun. You know, I want to share Chill Fest.
Please,
we postponed this Friday Chill Fest with Shiloh Battles. So it won't be this Friday. It'll be September 12th. Shiloh Battles right down at Stark Brewery. NHPCC was there last week at our Chill Fest. So grateful, for you to be there representing and sharing, just good community. And music does heal. It brings us together, and good food, good cheer, great atmosphere down at Stark Brewery. They've been supporting all of our events.
Oh, yeah. They're a wonderful organization, and the people themselves they'll win you over. They're so loving and eager to please you. So go there and support that event. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so great. So Stark Brewery, September. Check them out before then, anyways. But the 12th will be Chill Fest, Shiloh Battles, next level. And I'm excited to have Janine on. And we'll figure out exactly when she's going to come on. And she will be here October 9th, Palace Theater. And it will be a great time. And maybe she can come in studio. You never know.
She might be able to.
Well. Maybe we can do 2 shows.
Is
she from Vegas or is she from California?
She's from Miami.
So East Coast.
Yeah, East Coast time. So I'm hoping that everybody who sees this show, but also anybody who sees her, whether she's Bluetooth or whatever the streaming services is, that you can get a chance to listen to an interview with her directly. I want you to be motivated enough to go see the show. Yeah. You're going to enjoy yourself. There'll be some surprises we've got planned during the evening. and it'll be well worth your time, and you're going to have an audience that's just in love with the music, and they're going to be enjoying each other as a nice big party. That's what it's going to be. So come there and celebrate with us.
Yes, come and celebrate, heal, have a good time, and trying to think. Anything else you want to share? Well, first of all, we have to share NHPCC's website.
Oh yes, it's.
I always forget. Sorry.
It's not on there.
It's not on here.
Okay, it's pccnh.org, I believe, is their website.
Yes.
pccnh.org.
Check it out. We'll see you at the Palace Theater.
Yep.
And
Black Hat, don't forget.
yes. And you'll see them other times because you're always at the Palace Theater.
Oh, yeah, we do a big fundraising program with the Palace Theater in the month of November and December. We have an event that we do in the lobby area. We're raising funds for kids who go to the Palace Theater program, and now they reach the senior status and are going to go off to college to study theater. And my wife has been raising money for 10 years to raise for a scholarship program for those graduating seniors. And she's given away thousands of dollars through this effort, and it tells all those graduating kids, hey, we love what you've done, we are impressed with your talent, and we believe in your dream. Here's a little something to get you started in college. And boy, the kids really, really get emotionally moved and inspired by that kind of support. So if you see us in November and December, we'll be there for about 35 to 38 shows in a row in the lobby, 4 hours each shift. So we're having a blast. And you'll hear bad jokes from me. I'm known for my
like dad jokes?
really bad dad jokes. So that's what I do, is I provide amateur entertainment in the lobby.
Charming and wonderful. And Anne actually does the quilting.
Yep.
So check us out
Yep.
at palacetheater.org October 9th. And until next time, stay chill and music heals.
Yep.